Welcome, family. This is the Kushcast. Welcome back, and this is episode number 2. I remain your host, Kush, and today I've got a very special guest in the building today. Goes by the name MC Dabo. This guy is everything. He's everything in one. He has a regular day job. He's an event MC, and he also, dabbles in photography as well. Ladies and gentlemen, MC Dabo. Welcome to the Pushcast.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Nice being here.
Nice. We've been planning this for quite some time now, and finally it's here. So let's just go right into it straight away. You've been an MC for quite some time now. You've been into photography. You have a day job as well. What exactly, motivated you into going into this? There are 3 different fields, really. What was that profession you said again? The compliance analyst is totally different from being an MC. Like, they're totally 2 ends of the spectrum. So, what exactly, inspired you? Was it like an opportunity? Did you see any opportunity? Was it like a necessity? What exactly, inspired you to go into this? Really?
Hunger.
Me, I'm saying opportunity. You say hunger.
So that I don't get hungry.
But it's not passion.
Well, okay, so okay, that's on the joking side, but so it's, I would say, passion actually, because for many of these other things that I do,
okay,
I started them because I sort of liked them, basically.
Okay.
So, for instance, as an MC, I did not set out to be an MC. I just happened to have anchored an event once, and then from there, people gave me nice feedback, and all. And I said I was good at this thing because even when I anchored the event, it was just out of the sheer will to just, let me do this because and then I did it and people sort of liked it. And then about photography,
okay,
I've always loved to capture moments, While I was in Nigeria, way back, I bought a camera.
What type?
Was a Fujifilm.
Oh, so like a digital camera?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, before then, let me go back. While I was in secondary school, when we wanted to go for excursion,
okay,
at Zoo, University of Ibadan.
Oh, the UI Zoo.
Yeah. Yes. I went to a friend and I borrowed a camera, all this camera with film and everything.
Yeah.
I borrowed the camera. That was my first time of using a proper camera, which I did at the time. Okay. And then after I did it, they will say we wash the picture. After we, made the pictures.
The analog type.
Yes, we film.
And
yes,
dark room, red light. I know that type.
Yes.
Yeah.
So after we did it, that was my first time of using the camera. And then after that, when I started working, I got the camera. Still, in fact, this camera that I got it in front of the University of Ibadan. That there's a shopping complex there.
Okay.
That was where I got it. And then that camera they call they call it point and shoot camera. So the camera looked like all these cameras that we use now, but it's just a point and shoot camera. And I got it, though I underutilized it, but I've just always loved to
capture moments.
Capture stuff. So I couldn't afford it was a skill that I loved, or something I loved to do, but I couldn't afford because photography is a bit expensive. So I couldn't afford to get all the things until I was ready. And then when I was ready, I just said, okay, you know what, I'm starting this. And then I started and, started shooting and everything. So it's been more of passion. And then, of course, my day job, that hunger starts. because while you are chasing my brother, while you are chasing all these things, you need to be able to have something regular that keeps the bill, that pays the bill. And then while you continue to build, the big picture is where all the skills, you can rely on them as a full-time job. Or, passion a lot.
Okay. Hunger is part of it as well. So we cannot take that away from it.
Bro. Hunger is part of it too.
Yeah. So you have a regular day job. You're an event MC. That takes time. Photographer as well. Now only pilot. Now pilot me you do now make the flyers up and down. But I mean, just jokes aside, it's something that is demanding. Yeah. So what's your regular, week like? What do you do to prepare for what's your regular week like? Combining all. I'm talking about the three now, not just your regular day job. What exactly is your week like? A regular week.
So I don't have MC jobs or photography jobs every week.
Yeah, because they are not events every week. Yeah.
My regular week is me doing my regular jobs, depending on how my shift is. And then I have, of course, my job, I have 2 days off in a week, so sometimes I work on weekends.
Okay.
But if I have, for a week where I have bookings, maybe for an MC or for photography, most times I try to plan it so that my off days that week falls on those days where I have those other jobs. Okay. And then I'm able to sort of, balance it. And then on a regular week, I also travel once a week because my office, my office is in Leeds and I live in Liverpool. So I have to go to office.
For the physical one that you have to like compulsorily.
Yeah, so I have to go to office 1 day in a week. So sometimes I drive, sometimes I use the train.
Yeah.
But at least I have to make the trip once a week. So my regular week is it's a regular work week, yeah, where there's really not much in terms of planning, except I have other side jobs that I need to do, and then I have to factor that into my week.
Okay.
But it's just, I think, regular week like almost every other person.
So what about weeks where you have your regular job, you have a gig in the weekend, and you have your photography one a gig? Like, have there ever been weeks that you've had 3 of them at the same time in the week, where like after you're done with your Monday to Friday, you already have one event you're going to host, or probably a photo session with somebody? You don't get time. We say you just
okay, I think once I've had my regular work, photography, and MC, but as a rule, I try not to take too much on at the same time. So for instance,
how about the younger part?
No,
it's more money now.
At least, it's more money, but I look out for my comfort a lot. So, for instance, for an MC job, I don't take 2 MC jobs for 2 days in a row. So if I do MC today, I won't take another job for tomorrow as an MC.
Time to rest.
Yes, rest my voice, rest myself. Because my voice is my tool.
That's your tool. That's your money making machine.
At the same time, I try not to take photography because you have to be on your feet for these jobs, and
time consuming.
It's a lot of work. Many people see MCs go out on photography. It's a lot of work, bro, and it depends. So, sometimes for photography, for instance, I might want to do an indoor shoot, outdoor shoot at the on the same day. It might take 3 hours. Indoor shoot, you have to set up the lights and everything. Outdoor shoot, you might not have to do a lot of lighting, but so like I say, photography, you want to get 15-20 shots, and you are taking up to 600-800,
and then you select
shots, and then you have to select
the best ones.
So in fact, sometimes you shoot the same day, you might not have to select the same day because you're just too tired. You've done everything. So yeah, I try not to take too much on at the same time, except if it can be helped, or the money they are paying is really good. So but I try not to take too much on at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, so for the event MC part, do you have certain types of events, or you just any events? Like they do burial, they do.
Okay, so I've never done a burial.
Oh, are you aspiring to do?
I'm not looking forward to it. Because
but what if they bring the gig for a funeral, like in Nigerian setting?
I might not say no,
because it's not something you're comfortable with doing, right?
No, it's not about comfortable. Not something I'm looking forward to, but about comfort. I mean, I can remain professional. Just that I usually see that the kind of things you say in a regular event
is different from
what you say in a burial.
Okay.
And so I have not done a burial, but it's something I believe I can still do.
But you hope not to.
I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah, like, you know. So my best kind of event are still corporate events with a bit of, you know, bit of relaxed corporate casual, corporate maybe company end of the year party, all those kind of corporate events and all. I mean, those would be my ideal events. But of course, I find myself doing a lot of birthdays,
weddings,
yes, birthdays, weddings. Those are, you know, more of the things that I do. But,
so for the photography aspect, do you do all types as well, or you are always started doing baby shoot? Because I know baby shoot are like the most difficult.
Baby shoot, 1 year birthday. I haven't done any of those.
Babies will cry.
I'm not looking forward to it because I've done an 8-year-old and it was still stressful.
And 8-year-old is grown enough to stand still and, you know,
yes, but it was still stressful because, you know, it was complaining, I don't want to stand up. So you practically have to beg, you know, please just calm down, just let's do this. So yeah, birthday, 1-year-old, I'm not keen on them because it requires this sort of specialty. Yeah, but you know, I've not done those.
Okay, so you know, everything takes planning.
Yeah.
If you want to do anything, if you want to work, even playing, sometimes you want to play football, you have to plan ahead, you know, your day and everything. So if you have an event now, like say on the weekend, how do you prepare for it? Do you have like scripts? Do you try and like know who is involved, who is coming, kind of like, you know, things to say in kind of, you know, that won't offend people there? Do you have like a routine, a plan, you know, something like a script, something like that? Do you have, you know, anything like that?
Yes. So unless it's last minute, unless it's very, very last minute, I try to prepare as mentally as possible.
Okay.
First is after they've booked and they've paid a deposit and we've agreed on everything.
Oh, there's deposit.
Of course. That's what.
So what percentage do you charge up front?
50%.
Oh, wow.
And then I try to take the final bit of the payment 2 weeks before the event. So the payment is complete.
It's not after the event.
No, because
you know Nigeria, they say if you don't do away, we don't balance you.
It's hard chasing people when you have to, unless okay, unless you have to write an invoice where everybody is legally bound
by what was written
and everything. But yeah, that's how I do it. But in terms of what we do, so after deposit is paid, I try to have a meeting with the organizers, a meeting about, you know, what's this event going to look like, what are the kind of guests you're expecting, are there any things that are off bounds for you, out of bounds, and or if it's a wedding, I ask the couple, are you comfortable playing games? You know,
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, I've had couples that told me we're not playing any games, and I stick to it. I've had couples that say, you know, this wedding is sharp, 1 hour 30 minutes.
No beating around, just go straight to the point. And
so I've had that.
So talking about games now, I know the kind of games you're talking about. All these, how well do you know your wife? How well do you know your husband?
Something like that.
Some people, they don't want to be an embarrassment, you know, on their
something
day.
Like that.
So rather not, they just
yeah, something like that. So it's good to just have discussion with the people. And if it's a birthday, how old is the person? What kind of people are they expecting? What's the type of audience? You know, purely Nigerians, mixed audience, whatever. Those kind of things form how you approach the event. And then sometimes, so you take notes. In fact, sometimes you can even write out a little bit of key points into some funny things you might say. You know,
you on the spot, you might actually don't remember that day. So
you just want to ensure that you are keeping things going. You have a good idea of your kind of audience, and then you're able to show up for them properly. But it's just like that.
Okay, so you talked about your first gig you did here. So you just did it and then you liked it and then thought like, okay, you are good at it. Was that?
It wasn't here though.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't here. But even regardless of where it was, you tried it once and you liked it and you felt like, oh, this is something I can do. So how exactly did that first one go? Did you have any cold feet? Being the first time, probably anchoring an event, you know.
Okay, so the event was for my group.
Okay.
So I used to have a singing group.
The what?
A singing group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where I used
Sing again.
I used to actually play drum for them.
Okay.
So that event came up. I was supposed to sing, but then after we had planned the whole event, we even forgot that we needed an MC. So it was last minute.
Last minute. Okay.
And I was like, well, I'll step up to this. And then I started. Interestingly, I've always been somebody that has always been free, with the mic. Not everybody is good with the mic.
Yep.
Not everybody is good with
Facing people.
speaking on their feet.
Yeah.
I've always been that person that loves to be in the front, speaking, whether it's teaching, training, because I used to be a trainer and all those things. So I've just always been somebody that loved the mic. So when the opportunity came,
I just took it.
I can't remember anything and because it was also seemingly a familiar audience, so it made it easier rather than
like the audience. You had, quite a few faces in there.
yes, a few faces that
one they help.
yeah, and then I learned earlier that in your event, as an MC, whatever, you can win or lose your audience in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So as an MC, when you get to an event, for instance, people don't know what you have to offer unless you are basket mouth, you are Bovi, where they know that the magic can come at any time. But as a new person, people don't know what you have to offer. So you have less than 5 minutes to either win them or lose them. That 5 minutes can determine how your whole event goes.
Oh.
So if you nail it in those 5 minutes and you can get them laughing, or you get them on your side, or you get them participating, it could help your whole event all through. So interestingly, I got to that event, started talking, and everybody was sort of interested, and that was it. Everything just took off from there.
Okay. Now, this one, no lie. My guy, but I don't want you to lie. Okay? Go on the podcast now, the Kushcast, so everything is all diluted. Yeah. Don't go many events, yeah. Many events, I'm sure, even from back home before you even came here as well. Has there been any events that you actually, cracked a joke and people did not laugh, or they did not laugh as much as you thought the joke was going to hit them? And how did you feel at that moment, or what was your recovery strategy? I'm not even an MC, but I don't even want to imagine.
I'll start this way.
Okay.
I like to tell people I am an MC.
Okay.
I am not a comedian.
Okay.
It's important to make that clear. Reason is, you see a lot of MCs, especially in Nigeria,
Okay.
because they want more jobs. They call themselves a stand-up comedian or whatever.
Yeah.
And also because the people that are giving you the job, if you tell them you're an MC, most times they want to go for a comedian because they know that they are getting two in one. So they want to get a comedian because a comedian will anchor the event and crack jokes and everything.
Yeah.
So I learned that distinction the hard way. And this was the hard way. And I learned it on my biggest stage ever. My biggest platform ever.
Well, was it here or back home?
Nigeria.
Okay.
Now, it was in the early days of when I was an MC. When, as long as the money is coming, just give me the money.
Take it.
So I met somebody, a big person. I won't mention his name. But he's a king now. He's a king in Nigeria. A big king.
Wow.
So I was a young guy. I had just left the bank at the time because I was working. I got into the banking sector as a very early age. I was very young. So I met this man, and this man was like, "Ooh, I'm having an event. Really? I'm an MC." And he saw me, he liked me, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll give you a job." And as at that time, this was 2013.
2013. That's a long.
This was a job they paid me 150K as at 2013.
Wow.
So he was like, "I'll give you a job. I'll give you a job." And because he's a big man, yeah. And I said, "Okay, sir." So he said, "I'm having an event." And he was trying to float his record label. for people that will check, if they check my social media, I won't say where or anything, they will see that event. This was the event that had Terry G, Fino, Inyanya, Chudike.
Those are the big guys there.
Yeah, Chudike, Presh, Casey Presh. Presh, Imanaira, Arinze Baba, Dandy Humoros, Two Can Talk, all those guys.
Basically, celebrities were around.
So it was, and he said I should come.
Yeah.
I am an MC, remember, but they brought me on as a comedian. with all these proper comedians. You know, Arinze Baba, Two Can Talk, Dandy Humoros, and everything. They were comedians. I was not a comedian. But because number one, I needed the money. I just let the bank in. I needed the money. Number two, I didn't know how to say no. Number three, I felt because I've done events as an MC and I could crack a few jokes.
Yeah.
So I thought, what's the worst that could happen? I can do stand up too
and make money.
And they brought me. So it was an event where they had sent me my flight ticket, sent me hotel booking. We got to the airport. I was on the flight with all them Terry G and everything. We got to Port Harcourt airport. A bus, luxurious bus came to pick us. Terry G was seated like this, Nyanya was seated like this, Fino was seated like this, and everything. And I was on the bus too. There was police in front, police at the back, and everything. I felt.
You feel like a king at that moment.
I felt like, I was a big boy.
Big boy.
I had a note. I had written all my jokes that I wanted to crack and everything. Yeah. And I was doing all that. And I felt, this was the time. And then, we got to the place, got to the hotel, lodged me in the same hotel with all these guys. I felt, and then eventually we got to the event and, we went to the blue room, everything. They told me when it was my time, and seeing all them, Terry G and everybody beside me. This was when Terry G was
hot now.
And this was when Inyanya was doing
a kukere time.
A kukere. And everybody was, even Inyanya had Imanaira beside him that he was taking around, bringing her. So it was big. And I felt, this is it. And that was my biggest platform ever. And bro, it was time and they brought me on. I remember what I told you. As an MC, as a, somebody that they don't know. Mm-hmm. You are new. Nobody knows who you are. You have, even for a stand-up, you have the first 1 or 2 minutes to either lose them
or win them over.
Yeah. In fact, your first punchline must hit. It must punch. If it doesn't, you've lost them. So I got on the stage. I've never been a stand-up person. I am an MC. If I anchor events, my events are not boring.
But you don't guarantee that you'll be laughing all through, because that's not your job.
But but I'm not a stand-up, and so I got on stage, and then they had, I think it was Arinze Baba that brought me on, and then they had introduced me that MC Adebola, from Lagos.
Make some noise.
This thing, and I stepped down. How na deal? Of course, they didn't know me. Mm-hmm. I didn't have that social capital to be doing how na deal and everything. They expected me to just hit the ground and just hit it running. Immediately I say how na deal, they don't even send me. People. This event happened in Azteca. Yeah, I think that was when they first, opened the event. And then, how far now? Port Harcourt people, waiting they happen. My bro.
Cricket.
Worse than cricket. I threw the first one, they no catch up. Threw the second one, it be like semi the ground just
over the bar.
Oh God. And then I was just there making a fool of myself for I can't remember how long. And then eventually they saw that this was going bad. That was when Arinze Baba just came out, and then he came to save me. And
wow,
he came to save me out of the stage. And then I just dragged my feet and just went back. And bro,
that was it. And it happened on the biggest stage. It was not even like a small gathering that you can forget, because you were actually what's the word now, anticipating and looking forward to that big event.
I think it was my biggest
event.
Where that was the first time they will book flight for me to come for an event,
pay for your hotel,
book hotel, be in the same bus. We went for a radio tour. You know, yeah.
Now
Bro,
big deal.
went for a radio tour. They interviewed me. You know, I spoke. You know, you guys come around tonight. You know, it's gonna be. It was a big event.
Yeah.
I was working. It's like saying I have an event now, and I'm on the lineup with them Wizkid, Davido. It's
Similar to it, yeah. Because at the time they were big, very big artists at the time.
So it was, yeah. I learned the hard way, and that was when bro, you're not a
stand-up comedian,
and that's just it.
So there was no recovery that day. Recovery.
I said, thank God that guy.
So it was just bunch of. So see, I wasn't on stage with you, but I can actually picture. I was even like, as you are saying it, that I'm getting second-hand there.
You know the funny part?
Embarrassment.
Because when you're on that stage in a proper concert, you're not seeing the crowd. The light, the spotlight is on you. The crowd are in the distance. So the only feedback you actually get is noise, their reaction.
And noises, yeah.
So if you get the laughter, you are encouraged, you are doing the right thing, then you continue. But if you're not getting the reaction, bro, you are on that stage alone with yourself, and you just need a savior to just get you out of that stage.
So do you think the fact that you were not like nationally known was one of the factors that led to them not laughing?
It's possible.
Because someone popular might have said the same thing you said and get a different.
Yes. And then the delivery also. So as an MC, as a comedian, you buy social capital with time. They know what you're capable of.
Okay.
So even if you say some things that are not really as fun,
okay,
people already know you. They embrace it. They catch it. You know,
because you've made a name already.
Yes.
If just like artists too, if they drop a mid song, their fans will take it like that. Unless you're on like an upcoming drop, they just, this one's not ready.
Yes. So
yeah,
for an upcoming artist, you need to do double the work.
Yeah,
to get people to believe that that guy is the real deal,
and even hope for luck, because you might even do double the work and they still don't accept
say,
it.
This guy is the real deal.
Yeah.
Or and everything. Now these days I'm a bit more experienced.
Okay.
I still wouldn't put my head to say I'm a stand-up comedian. God forbid.
What your eye don't see.
I can moderate an event for comedians. I can moderate a comedy event. Where I'm the MC of the day.
Just call people on. What's next on the agenda?
And then I throw a bit of my own humor into it and everything. But not me going there and say, 30 minutes stand-up comedy. That's not me. Even if I have all the funny stuff to say, there are delivery methods that you need. There's a type of swagger that
the timing of the joke.
So for instance, now there are people that Andrew Blaze. You won't say Andrew Blaze is a comedian.
No,
he's a proper MC. Ebuka is not a comedian.
No.
He's a proper MC.
Does what he needs to do and leaves.
IK is not a comedian. These guys are top MCs.
Yeah.
But they are not boring. IK knows when to throw those bits of humor
in there.
And the audience is different. The audience are not expecting you to be funny from head to toe.
Just a little here and there.
So the expectation is different. Unlike when you call a comedian. So if you call a cappella to your podcast now, even you as the host, you're expecting a little bit of humor here and there because it's the picture that has created in your mind.
Because that's what he does.
You're not expecting the same humor from me.
Yes,
you're expecting a more frank talk. That's just how it goes.
But if you give him a small humor with the gist.
Bro,
man, I can imagine how you must have felt that day.
It was terrible, bro. It was terrible.
You be silently hoping someone just comes and saves you, because what if that guy didn't come and save you? That's how you be going on, and they'll be like, at some point they might even start heckling and start saying boo. If it was abroad, like here now,
it's not they were already saying we are talking about Port Harcourt.
Without their PG.
God. Bro, wasn't funny.
So now I am here. I know you do corporate events, you do weddings as well. Yeah. Which would you say is more fun for you, corporate events or weddings? in terms of the freedom you have.
Yeah,
and how
you probably have more freedom in a casual event where there's not too much of
etiquette and
stick to
rules
this,
and
stick to this.
Yeah.
I've gone for a wedding where it was even the photographer that was giving me problem. That guy, because they had given the photographer a program, the program that we had.
Okay.
But as an MC, part of your job is you're able to study the audience, and sometimes you can deviate a bit from the
tweak
program.
Things around.
Also, because we had, the program was there, but the couple they weren't ready at some point. There was need for a bit of tweak.
Even generally all weddings,
So
they don't follow.
There was need for a bit of tweak. However, photographer had his own plan. They had a mental picture of what they wanted to do at each time. And so when I did something that wasn't according to the program, that's how photographer came to drag me. How can you change that? We already planned what we wanted to do. We already did this, we already did that. It was photographer that gave me the problem, not
not even
the event owners, not the event. So, but yeah, you get a bit of flexibility in a casual event, in a birthday, but it depends on the organizers.
Okay.
I mean, the people that own the event and how they want their event
to go.
Yeah,
okay.
It all depends. It all depends.
So do you have any any memorable event that you, apart from that one that they booed your stage, I mean the good one now, or it doesn't even necessarily have to be good, to be honest. Any unforgettable event, probably a wedding where there was awkward happenings, like you were the MC and you could see people fighting and they were not supposed to be, or you will have seen different kind of things. Is there any one that stood out to you that you can never forget that event, aside that first one you told me about?
Is there? I think it's an event where everything was going south. Disappointment with food, with all that stuff.
And people don't joke with food.
Everything was just going south, and it was up to me to sort of uplift the mood and everything. And then it turned out, pretty good, where I was able to. Everything wasn't going proper, and I just sort of had to step up. And eventually, it turned really nice because when we started.
Weddings, I've seen people fight for food, especially when it's time for food and the MC is saying one thing, they are not listening to you again.
I think
they are fighting for amala at the back,
bro. I mean, I'm grateful because I'm grateful because the kind of events you I don't know, you usually find me in more classy events, so to say. Not of my choosing. I mean, if they tell me God has been great, faithful to me, they've not invited me to those, Robodinho events. But,
upgrade. See, the year now. Upgrade. The classy MC. Classy.
Bro, so I've just, my events have been pretty nice. I mean, except for that one where there was a little bit of this thing, but eventually, we saved the day, but it was okay.
Okay, that's good. How do people react when they hear like you have a full-time job, you do the MC thing, then you're a photographer as well? Because
people wonder.
Because I can, imagine if the average you tell them that I do 3 days. How many
jobs do you do? It's one of the first questions that people that know me ask. Like, guy, how many jobs do you do?
He said you drum as well.
Yeah. But
so what else can you do that we don't know about? Gymnastics?
Nah, I don't have that. I drum.
You can't do that one.
I sing.
Oh, you know Vitakiti?
I know. I drum. I sing. I do this thing.
You're more of like an art, influenced person, so to say.
Yes. And then funny part is because I didn't develop some of these skills, I'm losing them. Because I grew up in church. Church is a builder of skills.
Yeah, skills. Yeah.
When you start in church,
you join the choir, do something.
Yeah. And because I get to love things, art, and then when I like them, I like to try them out and everything.
So if you have any, any scenario where these things you mentioned to me, like the whole, the MC thing, the photography thing, if they are coming, if luckily you get like, people start valuing you more and start paying you more than what they pay you, and then they come regularly, is it something you can face full time and like stop your regular day job?
Yes, it's something I can do full time and stop my regular day job.
So far, it's
for me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It must have at least regularly paid me almost up to my salary's worth
Okay.
for
Monthly.
at least a year, that I would see the sustainability. I would see that, oh, this thing is, I would have studied it over time and see that it's coming. And then if I drop my regular day job, I'll probably pick another skill. Or I'll probably pick something else just to support when I'm not doing something else.
So it has to be like, consistently for not a few months now, a lot of months.
Yeah.
For about a year.
Yeah.
And then you can now decide, okay, this is
Yes.
giving me, what I want.
Yes.
I can now, focus on it full time.
Yes, unless maybe if I win it.
So you're not the type of people that will take the risk and just, quit the regular day job and,
I don't think I'm that good yet. So there are levels you get to.
you hear a lot of stories. People just like, I just quit my job.
Well,
and then face this,
there are levels you get to where, and because I don't think I have that.
So do you think if it was Nigeria, it might be different? Here, the bills here, they don't know if you are hoping for the best or not. It's there waiting for you. Either you have a job or not. But do you think if it was in Nigeria, you probably might have gone full time with it?
Yeah, I've seen guys do it, and also because in Nigeria, if you've paid rent for a year, at least you're first relaxed and everything.
For the next 12 months, you start
and then
relaxing.
You can also add other things when it's not paying out. I mean, do stuff. Yeah.
So if the geographical location was different, you might have.
I don't know.
Because if you look at it, you might actually get more events in Nigeria than you do here.
Yeah.
Because it's a bunch of it's quite expensive to have any event here. Even renting the hall is crazy.
Yeah.
So in Nigeria's weddings, parties are almost every weekend. So you think you might actually face it full time, and whatever day job you are doing in Nigeria, you might have dropped it by now. You are not sure.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's something you can't really say until you are actually in that situation. But if, like you said, if it plays out the way you want, then you definitely will. But in the meantime, you still hold on to your.
Yeah. I mean, there are people that are not even popular in Nigeria and they do MC full time.
Yes.
You have probably not
heard of them before.
And it's what they do full time.
If it's just one little event every weekend and they are going to, it sorts whatever they need to, sort, put food on the table, really.
Yeah.
So now we've talked about, everything you do, the jobs and everything. That brings me to this question. Nigerians, we like the hustle where we're our thing with that anywhere we go to. There's a saying, if you go to any country and you don't see a Nigerian there, leave that place. Because if there's where's be that place where the now only ice, igloos, all those and then
Antarctica.
Nigerians go there. They just never see.
I saw a video on Twitter. I think Tayo.
Oh yeah.
He said he went to the coldest country in the world.
And there was a Nigerian.
Yes.
That's the about us. So that spirit that's in us, about trying to make ends meet and making more money. Do you think when we now eventually go to more developed countries, where there are more opportunities, do you feel like we have that pressure to actually pursue more and actually make more money? No, I'm not talking about MCing or photography. It can be anything. It can be 2 regular day jobs. Do you feel like that mentality that we have whenever we go to advanced countries, we always have that pressure to try and hustle more? That Nigerian hustling thing.
Well, I don't have the figures.
Okay.
So I don't want to say most because I don't want to fall into that generalization.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of us tend to, when you get to a country where there's possibility of earning more and your job allows you, because your job allowing you is a big part.
There's a flexibility, yeah.
Unlike somebody that does, maybe 12-hour shift, 4 days in a week, and then just those remaining days, most times, people want to rest.
Just want to rest,
or
sleep.
People that do longer shifts and all, but people that their job allows them to do it, you'll find out that most people will want something added. There are people that I've seen that they couldn't be bothered. They just want to chill and relax.
Yep.
But a lot of people would want because when the environment allows you to do
a lot of things they've been kind of deprived of before coming.
Yeah, because part of the things where people can't do what they do in Nigeria. Number one, we don't have the work pattern in Nigeria doesn't really allow for doing 2 jobs.
It's totally different from what
Most
it is
jobs
here.
are Mondays to Fridays. Also, we don't get paid hourly.
Yep.
So
It's monthly.
because of that, we don't get paid hourly. Most jobs are Mondays to Fridays. Even the jobs that work around the clock, people are still expected to, maybe only get 1 day off.
1 day, yeah.
And so it just doesn't allow us. And then we don't have a lot of jobs that are done at night. A lot of things just so
The factors are many.
so on getting to more developed countries where you know that you can do a full-time job and do another 0 hours job where you work only when you want to or when you feel like or when you have the capacity, and or you can pick up new skills where you're not entirely dependent on that new skill. It just allows you to explore more. Basically, even some people that don't really, everybody needs money, but some people that don't even really need the money, some people are doing it for just the experience of that liberty of being able to do more than one job and everything. So I think
the environment,
environment matters.
Oh, okay. Because to be honest, a lot of people, they never work Saturday or Sunday before in their life when they got here. Me, for example, I've never in my life worked on a Saturday until I got here. Because the work pattern here is usually Monday to Sundays non-stop. You just pick the ones you want to do, it goes on and on. But for us, most Fridays it's done. Everybody rest. Except maybe people are in emergency services like being a nurse, doctors, things like that, police. But not everyone is in those few fields. The rest is just Monday to Friday, But generally I think it's like you said, it's the environment that actually, kind of pressurizes that, okay. And again, sometimes you see your friend like, come on, this guy don't go pick shit. Maybe self go pick, I just did they sleep. Things like that, little things here and there. It could be environment, it could be you seeing your friend, things like that. We've really done, well with the topic, I've combined everything together. But then I still have a question for you. You've worked, you did that bad experience you have with all those A stars there. You probably want a bigger thing that can come around, but that won't go that way. That will go a very good way. A big event or even bigger event than that one. That will go a better way than the way. Do you have any dream event that you've always wished you could host? You don't have to rush it. You can think about it. Is there any event that you've always liked, or maybe any event that you would like to host in the nearest future that will be a very big one, and then you will be the host? Not doing stand-up, just the number one.
Well,
you mentioned people like Ebuka and Co. Is there anything that they are doing or even what you would like to do even more than?
Imagine me hosting, a show. Of course, I don't want to. I'm not asking for Ebuka's job or something. But
okay,
a show of that caliber, where a lifestyle show where I get to, host and that kind of a show, or an award show, a show where
a major award show, back home or here, anyone, doesn't matter.
Anywhere. That would be great. But more importantly, I'm even aside MC. Of course that would be great, but aside MC, if you're asking about big picture now, what I'm even looking forward to is being able to say maybe I'm a personal photographer for a top or a footballer or a top
celebrity
person where I get to follow them around and just shoot and just.
I was about saying that's the sweet part of being the president, because all flights are paid for
and just,
everything you do.
I just capture moments, whatever it is, just capture the moments and bring them to life. That would be that would be a goal for me.
You're an Arsenal fan,
yeah.
Okay, so which Arsenal player would you like to be the personal, photographer? So whenever they're having trainings in London, they are going for Champions League in another country.
Bro, any Arsenal fan, any Arsenal player. To be honest, any Arsenal player, but man, I can imagine somebody like David Raya or Mikel Merino.
Okay, they've got style. It's very Raya as well.
Yeah, David Raya, Mikel Merino, or even Declan. I think Declan is just a whole vibe on his own.
It's a vibe.
Declan Rice is just.
He's a very chill guy from the way he does his videos.
Yeah, so imagine following Declan Rice around and just, capturing the moment. He's the kind of guy that likes to laugh. He likes a lot of laugh.
Yep.
So imagine being able to capture those moments of laugh and everything. And then someone like Mikel Merino is laid back. He's like an uncle figure, for the guys and everything.
For the guys,
But I feel like someone like that, you can create a lot of moments. And then David Raya has style.
What's the name of this Italian guy as well? Calafiori. That guy is very stylish.
Yeah.
Anytime I see, when they go to training and then they take their pictures, it's always looking
so
good.
I mean, for photography, something.
And you get paid well because those guys have box.
To be honest, man, those are the kind of jobs where I can do on even my current salary. I will just do it as long as I'm able to just, bro. I'm all good, or or a Nigerian musician. Just but this is a Nigerian musician. Have lots of people around them.
Yes, because they always be a team.
Yeah,
there's even people that shoot behind the scenes everywhere they go.
They have a lot of people around them.
Camera
but
guys,
imagine somebody like Dami Twitch is living the life, capturing.
He started from Davido, and then he shoots a lot of his videos as well.
And because Davido is a guy that he's stuck with people that they started from day zero.
Except you want to leave. He keeps you around for as long as you're ready.
Davido is big on loyalty, so you can't expect to just choke head into that kind of thing. But someone like me, if Damitwi just a guy come and understudy me for
a few months,
bro, I'm taking leave from work. I'm going there. I'm going to. In fact, he should be capturing Davido while I'm capturing him.
So like personal assistant that has personal assistant and special advisor.
I think being able to capture moments of people that are known, those unseen moments, or those wonderful moments, it's something that I think would be really nice. But yeah.
Okay, so what's next for MC Debo now? Creative wise, or are you like generally creative wise? What's next?
Creative wise, generally.
Is there anything you're planning? Is there anything you are or trying to learn?
Two ways, in two folds.
Okay.
Career wise, I mean, in terms of day job, I'm picking up new skills, hopefully, learning new stuff, and open to, keep growing in my field and look ahead for my career. So I'm learning new skills, trying to, have some certifications done and everything. And then in terms of skill, I need to level up in my photography.
Okay.
And I'm looking at picking a niche for myself because photography is everywhere. There are photographers everywhere. People that snap heavenly photos. So I need to sit down and find my own niche, so to say. I need to find me. I need to find who I am and create something where
unique to you.
I am known for in terms of photography. I just don't want to be a photographer.
Just with the title.
Or, just like everybody, where I don't mind if people don't call me for every job.
Okay.
Because, in fact, they can say, oh, don't worry, don't call Adebola because he doesn't do that kind of job. I really don't mind. But I want where people can say, oh, this is what you want to create. I think Adebola is the guy for it.
Because they know that is where you are, an expert. Okay, I get you.
So,
now.
I need to, number one, I need to learn more because I have a lot to learn in photography. A lot to learn. And then in the process of learning, I need to find my own. I need to carve my own niche. It doesn't mean I'm creating something new. It just means I'm focused on a particular thing and then I'm going all the way to learn it. I don't know what that is yet, but hopefully with time.
All right, I wish you the best with that, and I hope everything goes as planned. We'll see MC Debo everywhere now, hosting everything in the UK. One time I see you in Buckingham Palace.
My brother.
Hosting pictures and
so that they will
royal family.
Maybe one day they will knight me in the UK and call me Sir Adebola.
I beg if you reach there. Say, I have one friend.
My brother.
That's all, bro. Yeah. All right, quick